Picture this. It's 1959 in America. Rock and roll is booming, highways are expanding across the country, and car companies are competing to build the most dramatic machines ever seen on the road. Then Chevrolet reveals something extraordinary. A car with massive batwing tail fins, a wide chrome grille, and a low, futuristic stance that makes it look more like a jet aircraft than a family sedan. That car was the 1959 Chevrolet Impala, and while most people remember it for its wild styling, the real story behind this legendary car is filled with clever engineering decisions, surprising design tricks, and hidden details that many enthusiasts still overlook today. So let's explore 10 fascinating facts about the 1959 Chevrolet Impala. Fact 1. The batwing fins were a design experiment that went further than planned. The massive batwing rear fins of the 1959 Impala are some of the most recognizable shapes in automotive history. But interestingly, the fins were not originally intended to be quite so dramatic. During development, designers at General Motors kept sculpting deeper and sharper lines into the clay models. The goal was to create a rear end that looked futuristic and aerodynamic. As the design evolved, those fins became wider and more sculpted until they formed the dramatic batwing shape we recognize today. The result was bold, unusual, and instantly unforgettable. Fact 2. The 1959 Impala introduced a completely new body design. The 1959 model year marked a major redesign for Chevrolet's full-size lineup. Compared to the bulky 1958 cars, the new Impala was longer, lower, and wider. It used a brand new body structure with a lower roofline and a wider track, giving the car a more modern appearance. Chevrolet engineers also redesigned the frame and suspension to improve stability and ride comfort. These changes helped the 1959 Impala stand out immediately from previous models. If you're enjoying this video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos and information like this. Fact 3. The famous roof vent wasn't actually functional. One of the strangest features on the 1959 Impala hardtop is the small vent-like detail on the roof. At first glance, it appears to be part of a ventilation system. Originally, Chevrolet designers planned a flow-through ventilation concept, where air would enter from the front and exit through the roof. But during testing, engineers discovered the airflow didn't work as expected. Instead of pulling air out, the design actually pushed air back into the cabin. Rather than redesign the entire roof, Chevrolet simply sealed the vent. It remained purely decorative. Fact 4. The Impala shared its basic structure with other GM cars. While the 1959 Impala looked unique, it actually shared many structural components with other General Motors full-size cars. Models from Buick, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac used similar body structures and chassis layouts. This approach allowed GM to reduce development costs, while still giving each brand its own styling identity. From the outside, the cars looked completely different. But underneath, they had a lot in common. Fact 5. The lowest seating position of its time. One unusual aspect of the 1959 Impala was its very low seating position. Designers wanted the car to look sleek and modern, so the roofline was lowered dramatically. To make this possible, the seats had to be mounted closer to the floor than in most full-size American cars of the time. This gave drivers a more relaxed, legs-forward seating position that felt somewhat sporty compared to other large sedans. However, it also made getting in and out of the car slightly more difficult, especially for older drivers. Fact 6. The powerful 348 cubic inch V8. Under the hood, the 1959 Impala offered several engine options, but the most famous was the 348 cubic inch V8. Depending on configuration, this engine produced between 250 and 335 horsepower. For the late 1950s, that was serious performance for a full-size car. The 348 engine would later become the foundation for the legendary 409 engine that powered many Chevrolet performance cars in the early 1960s. Fact 7. Two different rear bumper designs existed. Not all 1959 Impalas had the same rear bumper. Some cars were built with a single-piece bumper, while others used a three-piece design consisting of a center section and two corner pieces. The three-piece version had a practical advantage. If a corner was damaged in a minor collision, only that section needed to be replaced instead of the entire bumper. This small detail helped reduce repair costs. Fact 8. The steering wheel was redesigned for durability. The steering wheel design changed from the 1958 model because of an unexpected issue. Earlier steering wheels used a full horn ring, but many drivers pressed the horn aggressively during everyday driving. Over time, this caused the upper section of the horn ring to break on some cars. For 1959, Chevrolet redesigned the horn ring to eliminate the top section, making it stronger and more durable. Fact 9. Early prototypes looked completely different. Before the final design was approved, several early Impala prototypes looked very different. Some clay models featured unusual headlight arrangements, including vertically stacked headlights in the center of the grille. Others experimented with different fin shapes and heavy chrome trim. Most of these ideas were eventually rejected, but they played an important role in shaping the final design. Fact 10. The 1959 Impala became one of Chevrolet's most iconic cars. Although it was only produced for a single model year with this design, the 1959 Impala quickly became one of the most recognizable American cars ever built. Its dramatic styling captured the spirit of the late 1950s, a time when car companies competed to create the boldest and most futuristic designs possible. Today, collectors and classic car enthusiasts still consider the 1959 Impala one of the most iconic Chevrolets ever produced. The 1959 Chevrolet Impala wasn't just another car from Detroit. It was a symbol of a time when automotive design was fearless, imaginative, and larger than life. From its dramatic batwing fins to the clever engineering decisions hidden beneath the chrome, every detail tells a story about an era when cars were designed to make a statement. More than 6 decades later, the 1959 Impala still captures attention wherever it appears. Not because it was the most advanced machine on the road, but because it perfectly represents a golden age of American automotive creativity. And that's why enthusiasts around the world still admire it today. So now we want to hear from you. Which of these facts surprised you the most? And if you've ever seen a 1959 Impala in person, what was the first detail that caught your eye? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or want to see more like this, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Thanks.